I'll yield now. We come to a time now where we always look forward to recognizing the Merit Farm Family of the Year, and also the Thomas Monroe Campbell Leadership Award, and also the Outstanding Partner Award. So at this time, I will yield to Dr. Raymon Shange, who is going to lead us in this presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson. I'm going to rearrange things just a little bit. I'm going to start with our outstanding partner and then move to our T.M. Campbell awardee, and then close with our Merit Farm family. Just bear with me. And this is actually another first for Farmers Conference. This is the first year for our outstanding partner awardee. And that outstanding partner awardee is Miss Alice Love. Miss Alice Love is a native of rural America, Crittenden County, Arkansas. She is a graduate of Crawfordsville High School and an alumni of the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Alice started her career with Natural Resources Conservation Service, also known as NRCS, formerly the Soil Conservation Service in the Midwest part of the United States. During her tenure in the Midwest, she worked in various counties and states, serving in various positions such as soil conservationist, wetland specialist, acting district conservationist, acting assistant for field operations, Northwest area. Ms. Love also completed a detail at the Plant Materials Center located in Ellsbury, Missouri. There she monitored and evaluated projects such as Big Blue Stem, Willow Post sampling, and no-till systems with legumes. Data collected was published in the PMC annual report for public distribution. In the early 2000s, Ms. Love and her family relocated to Auburn, Alabama. Here, she continues her career path with NRCS, serving as an agricultural outreach liaison. In 2008, Ms. Love was assigned a collateral duty to serve at Tuskegee University in the College of Agriculture, Environment, and Nutrition Sciences. This action is implemented through a cooperative agreement. She serves both entities well by working with Canes majors and achieving summer and permanent employment and securing scholarships offered through NRCS when available. She also works closely with the Canes staff, forwarding opportunities for student educational enhancements and participating in Canes activities as they deem appropriate. Ms. Love worked on a foundation to secure, maintain, and enhance strong partnerships. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Ms. Alice Love. Ms. Love, you now have the floor.
Afternoon, everyone. My name is Alice Love, and I am honored by this award. No words can really fulfill how I'm feeling right now. So I just extend my deepest appreciation for the recognition toward the work that I have achieved and will continue to achieve in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Love. Thank you so much. Ms. Love has actually been a huge part that can't be shown through the text or even my description, through helping countless students in the college. Most of the students that I've interacted since I've been here have interacted with Ms. Love, have gotten job opportunities and internships through her, as well as her husband, Mr. Charles Love. What a wonderful family. And if you don't know, you can Google them. Next up, NRCS is representing this year, huh? Next up is our T.M. Campbell awardee. This year's awardee is Mr. Ben Malone. Mr. Ben Malone is the 8th state conservationist to serve Alabama's Natural Resources Conservation Service. He holds a degree in forest management from Alabama Agriculture and Mechanical University, also known as Alabama A&M. Malone began his career in conservation as a student trainee in New York and Maine with the U.S. Forest Service during his studies at Alabama A&M. He served as a forester with the U.S. Forest Service in Vermont until he accepted a position with NRCS as a soil conservationist in Mobile, Alabama in February of 1997. Mr. Malone became a district conservationist and served in the Jasper and Mobile, Alabama offices. Over those 5 years in these communities, Mr. Malone assisted farmers with resource concerns on their row crop, cattle, dairy, poultry, and timber operations. He also served on 2 national technical teams during this time. In 2003, he accepted a position as a resource conservation and development coordinator in Hammond, Louisiana. As the RC&D coordinator, he oversaw 14 parishes where he promoted agricultural diversification, forest product utilization, developed markets, and created business development opportunities. In 2005, Malone became the Emergency Operations Center Manager for Hurricane Katrina recovery efforts in Louisiana. Malone's efforts included collaborating with local governments to address debris removal, channel slope repair, and sediment removal projects related to the storm. In March 2008, Malone became Assistant State Conservationist for field operations for the central area. In this role, he managed conservation efforts in 18 counties and 11 field offices. And in April 2011, his area was devastated by numerous tornadoes. He and his staff are credited with helping communities recover from disaster's effects. In the summer of 2014, he was selected to serve as acting state conservationist in Alabama. A native of Monroeville, Alabama, Malone was heavily involved in 4-H during his childhood, which guided him to a career in natural resources. He's married to Felicia, his wife of 17 years. They are the proud parents of Benjamin and Alan. In his free time, Malone enjoys hunting, fishing, and spending time with his family and friends. At this time, please join me in welcoming Mr. Ben Malone. Congratulations, Mr. Malone. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shange. And just want to say I really appreciate the Thomas Monroe Campbell Leadership Award. When I think about Thomas Monroe Campbell, I have to think back, and you kind of heard a little bit in my biography. If it wasn't for that local county agent that I had there in Monroe County, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. I saw that fellow when I was real young, working with some of my family members and other folks in the neighborhood and in the farming community, and I did not know who he was at the time. I just always saw him visiting, and then when I got a little bit older and he started visiting the schools, he got me more involved in 4-H and other things going on with the cooperative extension. From that, he exposed me to careers in agriculture that I would not have known about if I had not met this person. Just to give credit where credit's due, he is a Tuskegee graduate. His name is Rhodey Ruffin. I know he's since retired now, but if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have I wouldn't be here today accepting this award. And a couple of firsts that I did have in my career. I was the first African-American assistant state conservationist for field operations here in the state of Alabama. And also in 2015, I was the first African-American state conservationist. So I give my credit where credit is due. And I would just like to say on behalf of Cooperative Extension, that's where it really started for me. So Dr. Shimon and the rest of the cadre, I really thank you for this award.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very deserving, sir. We definitely look forward to continue our work with you all. At this time, we are moving into our Merit Farmer Award, which we do have a video that we want to open with first.
Matthew chapter 7, verses 16 and 20 tell us that you will know the tree by the fruit it bears. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. Nothing more accurately describes the late Evans Faulk Sr., Mrs. May Lizzie Faulk, and the legacy of the Faulk family farm. Farming has been in the Faulk family for multiple generations. Evans Sr. was born into farming as a sharecropper in rural Bullock County, Alabama. He was raised in Thompson Station in an area of the Alabama Black Belt referred to as the Mud Hole. May's family were vegetable and cattle farmers in neighboring Russell County, Alabama, near the town of Hurtsboro.
My name is May Faulk. I've been in farming all my life. My father was a farmer, And I used to milk cows, and I used to plow the mule, if you want to hear the truth. So when I married into a farm, and my husband had a farm.
After young Evans graduated from high school, he attended Tuskegee Institute in the 1960s and received training in general construction. After completion of his training, he and his team went on to build low-cost residential and church buildings all over Bullock, Macon, Russell, Barber, and Lee counties.
1970, my husband, Reverend Faulk, we got married, and we have a beautiful family, 7 boys and 1 girl.
Farming, construction, and church have always been a major part of the lives of Evans Sr. and May, as well as their 8 children and their 6 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren.
My dad was a general contractor, so we went and we built houses, but whenever it was a slow period, we came down to the farm and worked the farm. So I say everybody in their life need a farm.
The Faulk family connection to Tuskegee University goes back several generations. Family history traces its connection to the historic Adams family and the founding of Tuskegee University. Joanne Adams Calhoun, sister to Tuskegee University founding father Lewis Adams, was the maternal grandmother of the late patriarch Reverend Evans Faulk Sr. In 1982, after much success in farming, construction, and pastoring churches, Evans Sr. and May purchased 160 acres of land in the Smut-Eye community, approximately 12 miles south of Union Springs, Alabama.
I looked in the newspaper and I see this pastor was for sale. And so we went at it and bought it. And we had about 20 heads of cows. And we had to clean this place up to get it. So we cleaned this place up, and so we've been growing ever since. So that's how we got started down here.
Faulk Farms is very different now. Over the years, cattle and vegetables have always been part of the farming operation. Long gone are the hog, chicken, and egg enterprises that helped sustain the farm during its early years. Patriarch Reverend Evans Faulk Sr. passed away in 2003, leaving most of the responsibilities to his wife, May, and the children. Growing up on the farm and working hand-to-hand with her husband over the years gave May the wealth of experience needed to successfully continue the operation of the Faulk farm. Today, the family operation consists of 60 head of cattle, 20 head of goats, 2 acres of garden with a hoop house, 3 fish ponds, a creek, 2 barns, and 50 acres with tree stands devoted to hunting. Mrs. Faulk is recognized as a mentor in her local multi-county area. She is constantly learning and has the full support of her children. The Faulk children, following the examples of their parents, have gone on to plant seeds that have positively impacted their family, their communities, and the world around them.
My Eugene, he is my right-hand person. My predator, he work along with me, and Augusta work along with me. So all of them join in with me. I don't do it by myself, but they all join in with me. We all are family together.
One child of note that carries on the farming and ministry mission is firstborn Reverend Evans Faulk Jr.
My name is Evan Faulk, and this is a continuation of the Faulk farm. On this section of property, I raise goats, and usually I run about 30 heads of goats during the spring and fall, and then after that I reduce it down to about 10. There's a good source of income for the family, which I use, and then one other thing is a good source of meat, and I just enjoy the work that I do, and having a little extra work and a little extra income mean a whole lot. And then the other thing, being able to help other people in the community.
Evans Jr. is also anchored in neighboring Macon County, Alabama. There he not only serves as the pastor of Sweet Gum AME Zion Church in Shorter, Alabama, but is also the general manager of Piggly Wiggly, one of 2 grocery stores in Tuskegee, Alabama.
This is why I've been managing here since 1992 as a store manager. And we try to pride ourselves in serving our community and our neighborhood. And most of all, we try to help the community, especially our local farmers. They produce a good product, we buy it from them to try to help every farmer in the community, because we know if we're able to turn dollars over in the community, it helps the community grow. And we buy hundreds, thousands of dollars worth of produce every year. When they do have a good product and they bring it, we are able to sell it. Sometimes they have more than what they can sell at the produce market, so they come here to Piggly Wiggly. And we're glad to take it off their hands to help the local farmer and the community.
The Faulk family influence also reaches Lee County, Alabama, and beyond, where another child working in the vineyard is Dr. Stephen L. Faulk. Dr. Faulk is the presiding elder of the Opelika district of the AME Zion Church and current pastor of Auburn AME Zion Church. As presiding elder, his charitable missions have impacted people all over North America. He led crucial mission trips to Haiti in 2010 following an earthquake, and to Houston, Texas in 2017 following the devastation of Hurricane Harvey. Dr. Faulk also serves as system-wide school improvement specialist for the Lee County school system. Continuing their connection to Tuskegee University, Faulk Family Farms has received invaluable assistance from their local county extension agent, Jeffrey Moore.
My name is Jeffrey Moore. I'm the county agent for Barber and Bullock County. And I've been working with the Faulk family for many years, over 7 years. When I first started working with them, they started out at a community garden site, and now they have grown to a commercial level, but at the same time, they're still giving away their vegetables. Now, I call this farm, I gave it the name, multiple farm operation, because you have more than one type of practice going on. They got beef cattle, as you have seen. They got hoop house. They got vegetable production. They got container gardening. They got forestry. They even have fish farm. And they got pastures. Because when I first met them, they was in the process of getting their pastures in shape, soil testing, cover crops, pasture crops, etc. Now, like I said, I've been working with Mr. Faulk now, the Faulk family, 7 years or better. And they have grown, I have seen them, they have grown a lot.
TU veterinary staff members Dr. Bridges and the late Dr. Newkirk have also contributed to the cattle success through the Herd Health Education Project. The Faulk family has been consistent participants at the annual Farmers Conference. Faulk Family Farms has also taken advantage of both information and program assistance from the local USDA office. The family members stress the importance of establishing effective communication with your local USDA representatives and remind others to never be afraid to ask questions and apply for farm assistance programs.
This was a wet area. The area in here stayed wet. And so with it being wet all the time, we said it'd be a perfect place to put a little watering hole, a pond here. And so we went and got a grant through the NRCS, and they assisted us with putting a fence around here and the trough and everything for the cattle. The cattle only can go as far as that corner right there. And so the fish can stay and live and sustain themselves right over here on this side of the pond.
In the past, we have had a number of recreational activities here out on the pond. Our conference, our church, come out and fish. We have a lot of picnic gatherings, of family reunions. Professional fishermen, they love this pond. I've been in education for about 26 years, and I've taught from agro-science to robotics to engineering with the Aiken County school system, Macon, Lee, and Bullock County and Barber County school system. I went to school at Auburn University and majored in technology education, where I studied from diesel mechanics to automotive mechanics to welding, woodworking. All those things play a part in the farm operation. Through my brother's work, he really specialized and worked with grants and writing grants for the farm, and he does a tremendous job in that atmosphere, and working with other agencies and the NRS and Tuskegee University, and with Mr. Jeff Moore, the Extension Service. They have really provided a great benefit to this farm.
Reflecting on their Tuskegee University connections, the Faulk Family Farms shares these words of wisdom with their colleagues and friends. Start where you are with what you have. Make something out of it and never be satisfied. George Washington Carver. Join us as we congratulate this year's Merit Farm family, Faulk Family Farm.
Wow, what a wonderful, wonderful story and a wonderful video. At this time, I would like to congratulate, and I will ask you to join me in congratulating Merit Farm family of 2021, the Faulk family. And at this time, I will step back and give the floor to Ms. May Faulk and or any of her sons.
I am May Faulk. In behalf of my children, first I'd like to say in behalf of my late husband who started, but in behalf of all of my children who had took a part with us. We had done great things. And I just want to thank you, and you for tuning me for this year for the reward. Thank you so very much. And at this time, my Eugene would like to say something.
I just want to say hello and thank you to Tuskegee University and all their partners. There are so many to name. They're very much appreciated for all the work that they have assisted the Faulk family in this award. And I will yield to my older brothers, Dr. Stephen Faulk and Reverend Evan Faulk Jr.
I would simply say thank you again to all those who were a part of making this recognition possible for my mother, my late father, and the rest of our family. God bless you. God keep you is our prayer.
Yeah. We'd like to say thank you, and thank you to Tuskegee University, Jeffrey Moore, and all that assisted the Faulk family in receiving this reward. We just like to be a servant to the community, and we just give God all the praise and glory for what he have done for us. And we just say thank you, and we just feel overjoyed and appreciate it. And may God continue to bless this great university.
All right, well, thank you. And what a fitting tribute to a great conference that we've had. One thing that I would like to say is that Extension being born here is an amazing tool. And as we heard some great stories today, some great successes, we've seen our two keynote speakers talking about, starting up. But I think that the story here with the Faulk family and their persistence speaks volumes in and of itself. And it goes to show that community and a community supported farmer can actually persist in the Black Belt of Alabama. And I would like to specifically thank our agricultural and natural resource agent in Barber and Bullock County, Mr. Jeffrey Moore. Mr. Moore is an incredible resource for his community as well as for us as well. And I'd like to thank all of our other staff that is assisted in that, as I know that one of our new staff members was trained there and still continues to work there, Mr. Terrence Jackson. So thank you all for being that anchor for Tuskegee University with our farmers. So at this point, we are at the closing of another great year, another year of firsts. And I would actually at this point like to step back. Let me see if our illustrious leader is on. And I'd like to turn over to Dr. Hill for our closing.
Well, wow, do I feel blessed. I mean, God is so good listening to the awardees and hearing their voices, those that you all selected this year, just outstanding. So I just take my 30 seconds and say, congratulations. You're keeping the tradition of Tuskegee going, but more important, you're working with both young people and our seniors, our elders to keep the tradition going and helping our farmers and our rural communities and our youth move forward. So you're on the right track. All you all who pitched in today, you can just look in the mirror today, say, I had a good day. God bless me today. And you in turn bless so many others. Again, awardees and Raymon and Miles, and I don't want to start all the names, but all of you can just feel good about today. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Hill. I would be remiss if I didn't, someone already poked me and told me to remind you all about tomorrow. We do have a session tomorrow, quite a few sessions actually. Please take a look at your agenda. I think the first one begins at 11, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Hodge or Ms. Craig. And then we have some beef cow sessions in the afternoon. So this isn't it. This was just the first day of kind of intense engagement, but there's a lot more coming. Please take some time, if you have some time, to go to the exhibit hall and look at some of the posters that our faculty, staff, students, and interns have prepared, as well as some of their videos. And I actually just put 2 and 2 together and saw that the Faulk family hosted one of our interns last year too. So thank you all for that. So please continue to engage. There's plenty more to see. Definitely look around the platform for a while, and we really hope to see you all in person next year. And again, as Dean Hill said, thank you to the entire team. If you weren't mentioned, I truly apologize. You could take me to task in the backyard later on for it. But everybody have a wonderful day, and thank you for attending the 129th Annual Farmers Conference at Tuskegee.